The views and opinions expressed on Slam Radio PH are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of Wusa Studios, its management, other hosts, or advertisers. The shows produced by Wusa Studios can promote any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and might include strong themes, images, sex, or language that may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Happy New Year!
Welcome to 2014, ladies and gentlemen. We are the first podcast on Wusa Studios to start out the year.
Back to work?
Back to work.
We're
Yes,
always
sir.
special.
Oh yes, we were the last ones that they saw, and we were the first ones as well. They need to rethink that.
How unfortunate for you.
Oh well. All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Slam Radio PH. My name is Aaron Ataide, the managing editor for SlamOnlinePH.com. To my right, Mr. Nikko Ramos. And to the far right, or to your left, or... Yeah, that guy, Mr. Booby Raya, joining us here today. Complete cast. We ended the year complete. We started it complete as well. We got a lot of things in store this year. We got a lot of things in store on the show as well. But first... that's how we start out the show, with some shout-outs. It's where we give a little love to random things in the basketball world, no matter what league. It's all about love around here. And who wants to start out?
Can I go?
Go.
So the New York Knicks have been terrible
Oh, absolutely.
this year. They won today, but it's like they didn't mean to win.
Oh, yeah.
They beat the Dallas Mavericks. Complete shock to everyone involved in that game. But if you're a Knicks fan and you're sad, there's a possibility people are saying Melo is good as gone.
Oh, yeah. Could go to Phoenix.
Wow, really?
Bad
Yeah.
for you, bro.
Bad for me.
That's
for you.
horrible.
Bad
for
for
you.
me. Horrible.
J.R. Smith has, he's his usual horrible self. And Mike Woodson could possibly be fired tomorrow. But I want to shout out to all the Knicks fans. If you're sad,
Oh, yeah, I saw this.
if you're sad, do not worry. Because apparently, the New York Knicks courtside reporter, right? I'm not sure if it's safe for work. So if you're watching for work, I don't want to flash it, but just go on Instagram.
Yeah.
I posted it. Jill Martin is her name.
Holy shit.
She's the New York Knicks
Oh, my God.
courtside reporter. This
know
is
what?
a cheerleader. This is a professional sports broadcaster.
I think I can get my arms stuck in between those.
Wow.
like,
He's talking about her
like-
personality, by
like
the way.
James Franco.
Oh, shit.
127
hours.
I wouldn't mind that.
You wouldn't chop that off. It would be like, what? I was going to stay
And
there.
everywhere she goes, that requires her to put on a bikini. She puts on bikini bottoms, bikini top, and Knick cap.
That is the way to go.
So she's always repping the Knicks. So if she's still proud of her Knicks, so should you, Knicks fans.
Yes, so should you.
Knicks tape. Ooh, this girl.
If you want to see it, head on over to Instagram.com/
Nico
Nico
RMS.
RMS.
Nico
right?
RMS.
Nico RMS. Go find out how hot this girl is.
When I saw that picture, I was like,
Oh, wow.
motorboat kind
Classy. So, Robbie, who do you want to shout a shout out to?
I want to give a shout out to our listener,
Oh.
RJ Magan Jr.
Oh, yes.
Thank
RJ!
you.
That guy always listens, man.
Yeah.
He's always like
He
tweeting us and stuff
always
like that.
wastes his time on us.
All right, hey, if you're gonna waste your time on something, it might as well be on us, right? 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 No, there's probably no, but
There's
it's
nothing
okay.
more wasteful than us.
Yeah, but hey, we're cool, right?
Best
We try.
option.
All right. Welcome to the show. If you're just tuning in, I want to shout a shout out to the Sandmic Coffee Mixers. That's
Super.
The Sandmic Super Coffee Mixers. Not only for having the longest name, probably the most number of words in a sports team name ever. I think it might be ever. But they pulled off quite a win yesterday. It was. That's about as much enthusiasm as we got for the win. But yeah, Manila Clasico, they came out with a pretty damn good win, and most shout out goes to Mr. Mark Baroka for coming away with that huge game, man.
Defensive.
Damn, he was all over it.
Coffee Prince
Coffee
was
Prince.
was doing
On
his thing. I mean,
On it.
wow.
Killed it.
I mean, there's always this big argument in the PBA as to who the best point guard in the league is. Is it Jason? Is it still Jimmy? Is it LA? JV's right there. Mike Cortez is an all-around guy.
Yeah.
But if you don't have Mark Baroka in that argument of yours, something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with you.
Definitely.
I think Mark Baroka is like something like a Paul George when you talk about the best point guard. So what I mean is when you look at both sides of the ball, Mark Baroka can be one of the best point guards in the league because he plays his ass off on defense. And I mean, we had Tenorio a few weeks ago, and he was saying na mahirap talaga magbaba ng ball against this guy.
And on it, actually, I really like that comparison because of the fact that Paul George will never be considered the best small forward in the NBA. But and in the same way, you don't really think of who's the best point guard in the PBA. Mark Baroka is not the first name that comes to mind, even though it should. Paul George should be in that running, but he's sadly not because of LeBron and Durant. But I mean, if you look at it right now, it's LA, JV, and then maybe Baroka. I would say Baroka would be in that third spot. I gotta put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, like, put it this way. If you were to draft point guards, if everyone in the PBA just got thrown into a draft and you could redraft everybody, and you had, like, I don't know, like a middle of the round pick, and you see some other guy get Jason and LA and Jimmy and JV, and then Baroka falls in your lap, you are ecstatic.
Golden.
You are like, I am fine.
You rain or shine that draft.
I don't even have a problem because I have this guy. He's taken over scoring in spurts for San McCoffey. He's found his teammates in good spots multiple times. Yeah. And like what you said, he's one of the toughest defenders at that spot, if not the toughest in the entire league right now.
You know, I think ang kulang na lang kay Baroka is what separates the Alapags, the Castros, and the Tenorios. Those guys make their teammates way better. And I think si Baroka, medyo kulang pa dun eh. Medyo, he's like he's not a scoring point guard, but dahil sa structure ng offense ng San McCoffey, na when you look at the triangle offense, the history, they don't rely too much on the point guards to create in that type of offense. You see in the triangle offense, ang nagfa-facilitate mostly is the guy at the post. Diba? So I'm not sure if we'll see more from Baroka in terms of creating more for his teammates like the Tenorios and Castros, but he's right up there when you look at both sides of the ball.
And he's starting to become a little bit more charismatic, so to say. I mean, you're becoming a lot more relatable. You know, you're looking at him and you're saying he and oh crap. There's really he is the future of the team. He is the future of San McCoffey.
Ever since that Erica Padilla fiasco,
no, I mean ever since that,
he's become more relatable.
Yeah,
diba?
it's been really good for him. Like he learned how to handle a lot of the good interviews and on the court. And he was going at Evan Monfort yesterday. I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, this guy has what it takes to be not really a Mark Kagiwa or a James Yap of the league, but he could be like maybe the same way the PBA looked at Johnny Abarrientos in the same way.
I'll say this now. I think Mark Baroka is the second best player in the team. And I think Mark Pingris is the best.
Are you willing to say that with our guest later on?
Yes.
Well,
I'll repeat it again.
For those that don't know, we will be having Joe Devance on the show in just a little bit. He's on his way to joining the show. And speaking of San McCoffey and Manila Clasico, we're going to talk about that right now. Big win yesterday. They needed that win. It was one of those things where, you know, like how you're on your way home and you really, really got to take a shit. And it's and you need to get it. And you need to get to your house in time. And they got to their house.
Desperado ka na
just
talaga.
in the nick of time to take that shit.
That
was probably the worst comparison that could ever be done to a game, but I'll take it.
But at the same time, everyone knows that sense of relief.
Yes, diba?
Panalo kami.
Pwede na kami kausapin ulit ni Coach.
Pero kuwang-kuha ko yung sinabi mo na in terms of being a must, must win. Kailangan mong tumae, kailangan mong manalo. Pareho eh. It's a need.
Yes.
It's a basic need.
Yes. Kailangan mo umebs. Ganun talaga eh.
I see the new year has not changed just at all.
No, the
we are
show's-
right back into it. No rust whatsoever.
I thought we were gonna like lag a little bit on the
No.
show. Nope. Picked up where we
just
left
compared
off.
Manila Clasico to taking a shit.
Hey,
In the best way, and we meant it in the best way possible.
and it made sense.
And it made sense.
It made sense. I would like to pride myself on that. I was thinking about that right when I woke up. I was like, I gotta take a shit. Oh wait, it's like Simon Coffee's win. That's how I got there. Seriously. But I mean, a big win. They needed it, and here they are right now. No longer in that 9th spot. They look like they can take.
Are they at 5th? There's a log jam.
Yeah, there's
at
everyone's
5th.
at like 4 and 7.
Yeah.
They are right now at like 3 and 8.
And I think, of course, San Coffee needed the win very badly. But I think on the flip side of the coin, the rivalry needed that very badly.
Yes.
Because Manila Clasico is supposed to be this, massive, humongous rivalry that we have. And it filled up the Mall of Asia Arena once again.
Mm-hmm.
It's filled with all these characters and all these storylines. And what it lacks sometimes is a good basketball game in between two teams. And the reason why we all love Ateneo Lasal, the reason why we all love San Beda Letran, and even, you go as far as Celtic Lakers over the years, even the horrible Nets and the horrible Knicks, is that dapat regardless of standing, regardless of injury, of player availability, whatever.
Mahigpit yung labanan.
Pag rivalry, dapat maganda yung laro.
Oh.
And in this case, we had Ginebra, which has been the strongest team so far this conference. And you had San Coffee that went on a slump. And they went together, put up a good game.
Oh,
Manila
snap.
Clasico
Joe
is back.
Devance!
Joe Devance in the house. JDV. Welcome.
What's up, y'all?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what position he plays. We tried to talk about that before, trying to find out just so I could introduce him correctly. Ladies and gentlemen, from the San Coffee Mixers, our first San Coffee Mixer guest because no one ever agreed to do it. Mr. Joe Devance in the house. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, what's up? Hey, is this going to be on TV? Because I didn't comb my hair.
No, you look
No,
fine.
That's
you look
fine, man.
Oh,
You look
okay.
fine.
You
The
look
high top
fine.
looks great.
Yeah.
You know what? They're starstruck. I'm hair-struck right now. I'm in awe.
Stop sucking up to
No.
Joe.
Yeah,
I
Joe.
didn't comb my hair
By
yet.
the way, this is Robbie.
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
He
How are
is
you?
our number one James Yap.
Don't say hater.
No.
Oh.
Observer.
Observer.
He,
Okay,
he's
that's a
very.
good one.
We're talking about actually perfect timing that you walked in. We are talking about Manila Clasico and how. I'd like to see if you would agree with my comparison.
Okay.
I said that you guys really needed this win as much as like when you're stuck in traffic and you're like, man, I gotta take a shit, and it's like. I'm almost home, and you're like, I really gotta get there, and then you finally
And then
get
once
home.
you get it, and then
yeah.
And you make it just in time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
know what? That's a perfect comparison.
Oh, yeah!
that was good.
Yes, I got it.
I was actually
Yes!
thinking that same thing.
That was like a much needed shit.
Yeah.
How was the game though?
It was a good game. We got up big early, and Ginebra being Ginebra, they're gonna make a comeback, and it was a good game towards the end, and I'm sure that's what the fans wanted. So it was a good game. I'm glad we won.
Again, he was very glad.
Yeah,
That's the way it goes. Robbie, your thoughts on the game?
You know what? The week leading to the game, you guys, Sports 5 was hyping this matchup.
Yeah, we were. That's the job.
I was like, looking at the standings where Ginebra and San Coffee, where they are, I was like, man, I was thinking, honestly, Joe, this might be a massacre for me.
Uh-huh.
But so I was like, you don't need to hype this game up because it might be a bad game.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I was like, when I was watching the game, man, I was proven wrong. Like, you know how
Yes.
Ateneo Lasal games, like in the years that Ateneo had the big advantage in terms of talent, and you'd expect that Ateneo would run Lasal out of the gym, but pag Ateneo Lasal, it's always close.
Yep.
It turns out to be the same for Ginebra and San Coffee. So Ginebra and San Coffee, Manila Clasico, it's always you can count on it in terms of entertainment value.
The one thing that really stuck out to me the most was that Ping dyed his hair. I don't know what was
Yeah.
going.
Did he consult you with that?
Yeah.
No, I think he was saying something about he wanted to do a cheetah print on his
A cheetah print.
cheetah print or leopard print. Or something. I think he got it though. Right?
Yeah, he got
nailed
it. He got it.
It's some sort of animal for sure.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
kind of animal print. It looks nice.
Are you thinking of doing the same thing with the top?
You know what? It's almost time for a change, but I'm still thinking on what I need to do next. I'm just not sure
Oh,
yet.
God.
It's almost time for a change.
Oh
Almost.
no!
I say you shave
So
a
we'll
coffee
see.
mug into the back of it. That might be good.
Yeah, you put Miggy.
Yeah, that would be cool if there was to give me a little extra more money for that. Right? That's free
Product
advertising,
placement.
right?
Put you on a billboard.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I need that billboard on EDSA though, like right by Guadalupe Bridge.
Oh, that's
I'll
it.
be big.
Yeah, and you know it. That
Yeah.
it's not gonna have to be photoshopped or anything like
Yeah.
that. It's legit.
Just like this.
Looking good. Hey Joe, we were talking about Manila Clasico, and obviously, you guys prepare very hard for every single game.
Right.
How different is it though, preparing for Ginebra? Is there throw standings out the window. Obviously, you needed it,
Right,
but
right.
is there a little bit of like extra motivation, a little bit of
It's,
bad blood if it's against those guys?
You know what? Actually, I don't think it's not bad blood. It's more of just excitement because we know how the fans are going to be and how big the crowd is and expectations. But I mean, it's kind of easy to prepare for them just because it's so pumped up. You're like naturally pumped up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's harder to play against the not most popular teams.
Sure.
You know? But just watching the first game yesterday, I mean, the huge crowd. There was
Yeah.
already a huge crowd. So just watching the first game, I was like, oh, man, I'm ready to go already.
Yeah.
You know, so it was pretty – it's always fun playing Ginebra the best.
Robbie, I know that you were watching one player in particular pretty much the entire
As you
entire
always
game.
do.
Always do. That's what you do.
Shit, I'm nervous.
Because he's
nervous,
he's,
real, man.
This is why we never had any San McCoffee people on the show because Robbie always telling us like, please no, please I can't.
I look at Joe. Ever since he entered the league, I know he's a kind dude.
Kind dude.
Like whatever anyone says, he's gonna be mellow.
Yeah.
There's been Twitter attacks, a few times, and sometimes I'll say shut up
Yeah.
or tell me in my face or something like that. But, it's all in good fun, and, they love basketball too, so it's cool.
What can you say about James Yap's game yesterday?
I think I ain't kissing no ass. I ain't kissing no ass.
No.
I've said this in this podcast a lot of times already. If we go back to 2010, we can say James Yap is the straight up best player in this team.
Yes.
But I think James Yap has been I think you can consider him right now as like a borderline all-star.
A borderline.
In terms of being a player. And I've been saying that I think Mark Pingris is the best player in this team. And with how Mark Baroka is playing right now, I think Mark is at the second spot.
Okay, you better make sure who number 3 is.
But you guys, I'm sure you guys don't talk about that, like
No,
who's the
no,
best
no.
player in this
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
But I think
That's for us to talk about.
But credit to
Credit to who?
Credit to James.
Wow.
I think he's finding ways to help this team na hindi niya kailangan mag-score and everything. I think the 6-7 boards a game is a lot
He's got
of help.
7 boards a game?
He had 10 boards last night.
Yeah.
And going into that game he was averaging 6.2. So I think
Where the
and he's playing better defense.
Yeah, Coach Tim really stresses defense for everybody, and James he is willing to make that effort. Everybody's willing to make that effort. In my opinion, James he's an all-star. He really, I mean, the name itself, is really just an all-star, and how he's playing right now, he's I mean, he's scoring a lot of points, I think, right? Or
Yeah.
he's scoring points.
We call out players all the time whenever they're not playing well.
Oh, like that one time Chris Ross missed all the 3-pointers he took the entire season.
entire season. We called him out on
I
that.
say that every
season.
Entire
yeah.
season.
Yeah,
He's over
right.
14. We called him
His
out
second
on that.
year. His second. And we asked him that, and he thought he made 6. I don't know, 6. We say that every episode. By the way. What up, Chris?
We
Yeah.
love Chris around here.
What's up, Chris?
Let's talk about somebody who has not played well in the past 2 Manila Clasicos. Thank you to RJ for sending this in. 1 point, 2 rebounds, and 1.5 assists per game in the last 2 Manila Clasicos for Mark Kagiwa.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I think
Is that a defense thing?
go.
Is that
You know what? Honestly, our defense on Mark Kagiwa is really great. You know, I'm not sure if he's ever had a good game against us. I can't remember. I'm not taking anything away from Mark Kagiwa. He's a great player. He's one of the best in the league. But just against us, I think he has a hard time. I don't know if it's because of our bigs or, I mean, our game plan against him is pretty good. Coach Tim, he scouts him pretty well.
Yeah.
So
Nikko?
Is there anyone else in the league that would light up any other team? But when you guys play against that particular player, sort of like how you guys feel about Mark, where you're like, no, we can defend this guy pretty well. Is there anyone else out there apart from Mark that San Coffee might not be as afraid of as other teams might be?
I mean, we respect all players equally, especially the high scoring ones. But I think we do a good job on Cardona. Because Cardona, he how well he can score, and I think he has a hard time against us. He might have a good game every once in a while, but for the most part, I think
You got him under control.
Kagiwa and Cardona are like the main. I mean, because they're high scorers, so I think we usually contain them for the most part. To my knowledge, to my recollection.
As you can remember.
Yeah.
All right, so that pretty much wraps up our conversation about Manila Clasico. Now it's time to know a little bit more about Mr. Joe Devance. So that everybody knows, last night while me and Joe were watching the first game, he was sitting behind me, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. Joe, would you want to guest on our podcast? And he was like, wait a minute. Is that the one with Gabe and Saul went to, and you guys could talk about whatever you want and like make fun of people and stuff? I was like, yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah, that's us. He's like, I'll be there. That sounds like my thing. So, Joe, now let's get to know you and how you see the rest of the league.
Okay.
All right. So far, what's been that one game that you remember the most? The one that when you think about it, like sticks out like a thumb. Like, oh, that's it. That's the one I want to hear. That was my game.
Probably the Global Port game when we got in that huge fight.
Oh
Yeah, that one was.
Can you talk us through that? 'Cause
Yeah,
I was there. I was doing that game courtside,
Yeah.
and just from the tip, it was already a little chippier than usual,
Right,
just from
right.
the tip, and it was in Cuneta, which is always strange. Which is always
It
strange.
always has fights, right?
Yeah, that place is cursed or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can you talk us through when the actual pushing and fighting started to go down? Like, what was running through your head?
Well, we had a prior history with them in that same conference, just in the tune-up games.
Yeah.
We almost got in a fight that game, and all that stuff happened, and I was calm, and they were just blasting Marcus, just hammer fisting. He even almost got in a fight with the coach.
Oh,
Bakuli.
yeah.
Yeah, Bakuli and them started getting into it. So
And this is
the tune-up game.
tune-up
Wow.
game.
Yeah, tune-up game. I mean, there was almost, a big old fight there.
Wow.
So we had already had history with them. And then going into that game, it was, there's physical and then there's dirty.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, they're dirty. Global Port's a dirty team.
Including
they're-
Saul. Saul's dirty.
Yeah, Saul's always trying to punch somebody. Thinking he's tough. It
Listening
don't
to
even
Jessica
hurt.
Sanchez.
Yeah, it doesn't even hurt. But anyways, yeah. So there's that line between dirty and physical, and in my opinion, I think that team is a little dirty, and that game it was overly dirty, and it just seemed like I guess they were a really sneaky team, and I guess none of the referees happened to see it.
Yeah.
None of it. So
None of it.
yeah, none of the stuff that was going on. So. So there was one instance where Marcus and what's his name? Haynes.
Hayes.
Oh, Hayes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Hayes.
It's nice to see that you know the entire league.
Hayes.
Close enough.
Yeah. Hayes. They got in a wrestling match and they ended up on the ground, and I just saw how Hayes was kneeing and elbowing Marcus in the head or whatever. So as soon as I saw that, it was almost just like instinct. I just reacted.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I didn't realize it was going to be a fist fight. Like, I wish they wouldn't have threw blows. Like, just push me back.
Yeah.
Then, all right, then that's cool, you know. Like, we can just push each other, then that's cool. If I knew there was going to be blows, thrown, then I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
When Kelly was going like this, what was going through your head?
Well, it was funny though,
When
because
he was throwing the knees.
when he was like that, I was on the ground like, oh, help. I was like, help me, because he had pushed. Yeah, he had pushed.
Nabong.
Nabong had
Yeah.
pushed Marcus into me, so I had lost my balance and I fell down, and then right away, Ping jumped in, and then when I was on the ground, my legs was all in the air, and then so I tried to get up as fast as I can, but I'm 6'7" and my muscles are tight, so it took me a while to get up. So finally, when I got up, they were already like throwing blows and the flying knee kicks and the Superman punch and all that kind of stuff. And I tried to get back over there to break it up.
That's what
you were trying to do.
I was trying to get back in there to break it up. I said, "Come on, guys, this is not worth it." And but by that time, it was already.
You get fined for that?
Yeah, I got.
You got suspended for that,
I
too.
suspended me and Ping. Yeah, so.
But you were just trying to stop the fight.
I was just trying to stop the fight.
Yeah, it's all about
that's
love.
That's all it was.
love.
I love everybody in this league.
Even Haynes.
Even Haynes.
All right, I got something. Gabe and Saul went here, and of course, when Chris was here too, when he didn't have a team and all that,
Yeah.
all of them, because you weren't here, pretty much volunteered and said that you're one of the biggest and baddest trash talkers in the league.
Me?
Yeah.
You.
They say,
No.
and then we asked, like, in the brotherhood, like, who
Yeah.
talks a lot, and first answer is always,
It's
Joe.
Joe.
They all said that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Joe.
And the thing is, we've all seen the games live, so we've all heard the stuff you say, Joe.
Yeah. I mean, I talk a little bit, but not.
Nah,
nothing.
a little bit.
A little
You
bit.
You don't talk a little bit. You're talking a lot, Joe.
No, I mean I'm vocal, but no. But I mean, I think I talk more trash just within the group, or not really.
To Haynes.
To Haynes or nothing like that, or not on the basketball. Maybe back in my younger days, because I'm really old now.
Yeah.
But back in my younger days, I used to talk trash, but now I don't.
Who talks the most trash right now? Who was the last person that talked trash to you and you were like,
Well, you know what? It was kind of funny though, because last night Rafi Rivas told me that Mark Kagiwa during the game, I guess they were making their comeback. And Mark Kagiwa told Raf, he was like, you see those big guys that we got? Twin Towers. That's what he was saying, right?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And then Raf was like, man, shut up. You see who we got? So,
That's funny.
but I know Mark Kagiwa talks trash a little bit, but I can't really. Oh, you know who talks a lot of trash? Tony De La Cruz.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No
way.
No,
Yeah.
no,
You
I do
wouldn't
not
think
believe
that.
that.
Yeah.
No
He
way.
is the
I
gentleman
swear.
of the PBA.
See, that's what people think.
No.
I swear on everything.
He's like the Grant Hill, the Shane Badley of the
Exactly.
PBA.
No.
Tony is a basketball angel.
He has everybody fooled. All
right, lay it down, Joe.
Lay it down.
He talks a lot
Spill it.
When it was me and him on Alaska, it was bad. Yeah. Me and him would go at it. I mean, especially before and after, because we would always play one-on-one. And of course, I'm gonna whoop his ass, right? So I mean, but it was to a point where he would talk trash, and I would want to beat him so bad, and like to where I want to hurt his feelings. Like I'm gonna hurt your. And a lot of the times that did happen. I hurt his feelings.
He was going home crying.
Yeah. He would go home, tell his wife, and then the wife would call me, be like, "Why you do that again?" I'm like, you know what, Julie? I'm sorry. You know, I did that. You know, so it was Tony talks trash. Yeah, Tony Cruz.
Because we heard Mike Cortez. We heard.
Yes,
we
Mike
heard
Cortez. Yeah.
Chris Lutz. Chris Lutz just starts screaming.
But they say
I
Chris
don't-
Lutz talks to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't listen to Chris too much.
This is the first time we heard Tony De La Cruz.
Yeah, Tony De La Cruz. But you know what? Mike Cortez talks a lot of trash too. He'll talk trash when they're up, but then when they're down, he shuts up again. He always does that.
Yeah,
that.
but you guys were teammates in Alaska, so you must have been like, "Yo, Mike, keep talking, man." There
No,
goes-
I had got there after.
Oh, when
he had
he
left
had
already.
left,
He had
that's
left
right.
already. Yeah.
Because if you,
So-
Mike, and apparently Tony De La Cruz had all gotten on the same team.
It's bad. That would be really bad. Nick Velasco talks a lot of trash.
yeah,
too.
that I can imagine.
But
That I
he's
can
on the side though.
Yeah.
Talking. So
Apart from Nick, because we know one guy who talks a lot of smack
Yeah.
from the bench.
Uh-huh.
Almost never sees any minutes, but
Yeah.
he talks a lot of smack. Like who would your prime candidate be? Like you look at him and you're like, dude, you're on the bench. Shut up.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, like with Nick, I can't say that. You know, that's Nick Velasco.
Yeah.
Like he has all kinds of championships.
Yeah.
And he takes his game to another level when he's on the court. He doesn't have to talk anymore. He's gonna hit you. You know. So you know, I respect Nick. Nick's my longtime
because
friend.
he's gonna hit you.
Yeah, he's gonna hit you. Yeah, he's gonna hit you. So you know, I respect Nick. But who else talks trash that
that's sitting on the bench, and you're like, "Why the hell are you talking?"
That's a good one. You know, I can't really think of anybody right now.
You might not
You guys have any suggestions?
Yeah, you might not hear him. But Jonathan Oilon talks a lot of smack.
Who?
John Oilon.
He doesn't even know him.
Who's that?
No,
He's that guy, Rainer Shine.
Gabe's teammate.
Rain or Shine?
Yeah.
Oolon.
Oolon.
Yeah.
That's
I know
the
who
way
that
they
is.
say it.
I'm sorry.
John, yeah.
The last name. The
Yeah.
last name
Yeah.
is tricky. That's
Yeah.
fine. Oolon.
Uy, lo,
Oolon.
an.
Uy,
Loan.
Oolon.
Yeah, good enough.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
enough.
Oh, yeah. I know who he is. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He talks trash.
Yeah, he talks
see,
a lot
I
of
didn't
trash.
know. I saw him yesterday, actually.
Yeah, at the game, yeah.
in the back.
Yeah,
In the
he was
back,
talking trash then.
Yeah, no, he was.
No, not to you. You guys were playing against
no,
him.
but he was just talking trash.
Yeah.
No, he seems like a cool guy.
No, he's a cool
though.
No,
guy.
he says he doesn't want to talk smack. It's just
But
that when
he
he's
just
on the
can't
bench,
help
that's
it.
the only thing he can do.
Oh,
So he wants to help out.
Yeah,
Wants to
yeah.
help.
Well, at least he's trying to help them, right?
Robbie,
Yeah.
any question?
I got one. You
Okay.
know how sometimes when you get so pissed at the person
Mm-hmm.
that you massacre him in your head,
Okay.
and like you're
Wow.
you're daydreaming, and
This
you're
only
like
happens to you.
killing this guy in your head because you're
What is
so
happening?
you're so pissed at him. I want to ask Joe if
Oh yeah, we asked this to Gabe.
he
Yeah.
has ever thought of that of
Of another player.
Calvin Abueva.
Oh, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what? I was gonna say that. It's more of it is with Calvin. Out of anybody in the league,
Really?
it would be with Calvin. But he's not really skillful. So he has to do.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
super athletic. He goes really hard. I give him that. But skill wise, he can rebound too. You know, I mean, he's a great rebounder for
Yeah.
being 5'10", or
For being 5'10".
however height, whatever his height is.
I don't think we're the same height.
Yeah,
I don't think me and Calvin are the same height.
but I mean, yeah, with all his antics and all that stuff, like in my head, it's like, man, I just want to punch this dude. But I mean, you know, of course I don't.
Yeah, you don't.
I just keep my cool, and I don't want to show him the attention.
Yeah.
you know, 'cause
Credit
that's what he
to San Mig Coffee and pretty much the whole league. I think the whole league has checked the antics of Abueva already.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
working anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys know how to
and
handle
that's
it
the
already.
thing, yeah. Like, I mean, I want to punch him in his face, but I just, all right.
But it worked before, right?
Yeah. Before it would really get under us,
Mm-hmm.
and it would elevate his game, you know. But now, I mean, it's like nothing now. You know, we just
Because you know that you guys are gonna end up trying to win anyway.
Yeah, right. So I mean, it's pretty funny though how it's kind of like he's dead on the court for 1 second, and then the next second he got the rebound and he's scoring. So he's like, oh damn, he tricked us again.
He got us again.
Damn.
Hey, Joe, going back to last night, what would you have done? What would you have said if Rafi missed that dunk?
Oh man,
'Cause he almost did.
He knows. Yeah, he knows. He knows. I get on Raph. I get on Raph. Yeah, what did he say? He had said something too after the game. He was like, Joe, what happened? Did I make it? I was like, yeah, you almost missed it. I mean, for number one, he doesn't. He thinks he has good hands. No, but he fumbles a lot of balls. Yeah, but I mean, I think right away he kind of didn't have possession of the ball really well. So when he went up, it kind of slipped out and went in the back of the rim. But he would have heard it. He would have heard it from me. For sure. He would have heard it from me.
I saw it like 5 times on super slow mo, and
Yeah.
I think it was a no-look dunk is what it was.
Yeah, that's
because
what he said. He tried to kind of just throw it in. Like,
he went up. It wasn't really looking. He was looking, and then when he got there, he kind of looked away.
Yeah.
And then when it bounced out, I was like, "Oh no, Raph, no! I hope you make it, because you were the first one in my head."
yeah.
I was like, "Joe and Ping are gonna kill him.
Oh my goodness.
This is a huge bucket."
Me and Ping looked at each other. We was like, oh, we like smiled at each other. I mean, we already knew. I mean,
For Ping, I think for Rafi, this was like jumping off a cliff. Like I'll just jump. Bahala na. I'll just do it.
but I think I saw on the stat or something like that on Twitter that Rafi's like second in
In dunks?
no,
Hell no.
no, in highest
Field
2
goal?
point, field
Oh.
goal
percentage?
Yeah, field goal percentage.
Well, because Rafi don't get further than like,
Yeah, no, he's
like
just
8
right
feet.
there, yeah, yeah,
Like
he's
he
just-
goes further than 4 feet, and he starts getting a nosebleed from
Yeah,
like
he-
the.
And you guys give him like 3 shots a game max.
Yeah,
And those are
but he
tip-ins.
Yeah, they're all tip-ins. I mean, those are all little points that we need, though, so it's all good.
All right. Aside from the Brotherhood and of course like Tony and Nick, who's another player that you're like, man, yeah, that dude's my boy. Because I know the Brotherhood, you guys are freaking family already.
Yeah, we're
Who's
family,
like the
we're all
most
family.
Yeah, the most unusual friend. Like
people-
nobody would have put you guys together.
Right. If people saw you guys at the mall, you're like, I don't know, they're both ballers, but they're friends.
Huh.
It's like you and Uiloan. It's like, you know, how did that
Ulon.
happen?
Yeah.
Ulon.
It's like Tenorio and Sonny Thos.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, they were teammates. Yeah, like yeah, something like that.
Like Gary David and Mighty
Jerry.
Might. Gary David and Linganay.
Yeah, Linganay.
They hang out all the time.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Who, yeah. Who's that one player
Who
that?
is that one player?
Chris? It has to be Chris. Ross? Yeah, because we don't know what team he's on. Is he still up at Trunk? Okay.
I think he's injured.
No,
again.
well, Chris is in the Brotherhood, so
Yeah.
it can't be Chris. Who would it be? Who would that be besides Tony, De La Cruz?
Like
Somebody weird?
Yeah, somebody
Yeah.
like, what? Why are you hanging out with
Like
him?
that doesn't even make sense.
I don't know, like a
Like
teammate you had, and you're like, you didn't necessarily think you guys would hit it off.
Yeah.
But then,
But
you know, he
for
was
some
funny
freak
or
reason-
something.
Like Patrick Ewing and Larry Bird. Something like that.
Yeah.
Dang,
No one?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone right now. Cause I can get along with everybody.
Obviously.
I feel that I can.
Yeah.
Get along. I don't know if they like me. That'd be
That's
a
not your
different story.
problem.
Yeah. No, you know what? I can't really think of anybody that. Who do I really hang out with? I think somebody is really funny on the team. Lester Alvarez.
Oh,
there you
yeah?
go, There you go.
There
There
you
you
go.
go. There you go.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
Really?
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
Really?
He almost never says more than 6 words.
Yeah, no, I think he's shy.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
has to
but-
be.
Yeah, but with me, no, he's not shy. He's the quiet assassin. he's pretty funny.
Actually, when I was still doing the UAP, he was on the team when I was a courtside reporter, and that dude has so many girls. Like, oh man, that
That's why I called him the quiet assassin. I didn't want to say that, but yeah, he's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And you know you're
he's-
skillful with the girls if you don't get minutes on the court and you still get girls.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
They love that baby face. I think it was.
Yeah, he's just like, oh. Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
I think he's been telling girls that he's injured.
Yeah.
Like, no, the only reason Mark and James and all them play over me is I'm
Oh,
injured.
yeah.
I pulled
My
a
back,
muscle.
my
Yeah, I'm teaching Joe some stuff.
Yeah.
Mr. Alvarez of all people.
Yeah.
He has 3 babies, I think, too.
Oh,
3
yeah?
kids,
Oh, nice.
And I think he's only 19.
He looked like he's only 15.
Yeah,
So
see,
yeah,
there you go. So that shows.
that
you.
shows something.
Hey
Yeah,
Joe,
sure.
you guys got a bunch of rookies on your team
Oh,
this
yeah.
conference, which
Yeah.
isn't necessarily the case with Coach Tim. I mean, sometimes you guys go a draft and you don't really keep anyone
It's different
for
from-
more than a few games. But now you guys, I mean, who you guys got? You got Melton.
We got Justin Melton, Isaac Holstein,
Ian.
J.R.
Kawali.
Kalawing. Kawali.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Kawali.
I love how you know your team, man.
And
Ian.
Sing-along.
Ian sing along, yeah.
Ian Sing-along.
What's
Or Sinagong.
Good enough.
No,
What's
I'm just playing. I know that.
what's the rookie
I know
initiation
this.
like from Joe Devance at
No,
Simon Coffee?
I'm not big on that at all. It's I've never really been big on anything like that. It's just I'm more welcoming, like, hey guys.
Who's big on it?
I
though?
just make nobody on the team really. Maybe
Like Rafi. I think Rafi would be one of them.
no, Rafi.
Really?
Yeah, no, Rafi. I mean, the
Yancey?
only thing I do is I like tell them to take their clothes off and run around the and do 50 push-ups and
Oh, that-
sit-ups.
that
But
normal
that,
shit.
other than that, yeah.
Other than that,
Other than that, and then we line them up and throw basketball down. But other than that, then that's it. I'm not that bad.
He's
No, it's not bad
he's
at
a
all.
nice
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
What's the
I'm-
worst you've seen or you know about?
What's the worst I've seen? I haven't really seen too many things that are bad. I mean, out of town trips, I'll carry my bag,
Uh-huh.
or what else? Or we just beat them up.
like if you get bored.
Yeah. When we get bored,
Oh,
we just
man.
call them and then, hey, come over here. We gotta beat you up. Real quick. But I mean, other than that,
Other than that,
it.
it's fine.
Yeah. There was one time I had to kick one of them in the head when they wasn't looking. But
I
other
feel
than
bad
that,
for
it's
Melton because he was sitting beside you and I was talking to you. And now I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
man, he was probably hitting him before they got there. It was like
Yeah.
smacking him upside the head.
No,
I'm
you
so
know what,
glad I
though?
was never good enough to hit the PBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for that. Nobody did anything to you when you were a rookie though,
Nobody.
because you had a big fro. They must have been scared of that.
Yeah, I guess I don't know, or maybe the blackness, or they see the blackness. No, I'm just playing. No, nobody.
They see the blackness.
No, nobody did anything to me. I don't even remember anybody really being too bad, just carrying bags and stuff like that.
You've gone through so many different hairstyles. It's like you've done everything already.
Yeah.
Which one is your favorite so far?
I would say my favorite all time would probably be either the cornrows, the braids.
Yeah.
Yeah, or what I have now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's probably mine. The afro was just too much. It was a Jackson 5 afro back in the, yeah.
I think the pick was still in there when you were
and the pick-
playing.
I put it in there and
Yeah.
stuff and other stuff. So
And what were
yeah,
the other
stuff.
things
No,
inside
no.
that fro?
just so stick a
car
gun,
keys.
yeah, my keys, my stick of gum just in case I need that. But I would say the high top fade right now and my braids.
The worst is of the fro. That was the worst. The one that you regretted the most. The one that when you're looking at the pictures and you're showing it to your grandkids and like, oh
Yeah,
look,
that-
look.
yeah.
And then
That
don't
fro
look
is
at that
crazy.
one.
But I had to have the fro to have the braids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To let the braids out. But yeah, the afro it's out of control. that thing was out of control.
Who's got the better flat top, you or Gabe?
Oh, everybody! Come on now. Everybody knows that's me.
What was Gabe thinking though
Yeah,
that
I
time?
don't know. His high top. I mean, it was nice. It
wasn't
nice,
really
and
that nice.
Yeah, but
Not on him.
He couldn't last. It didn't last. I think he had it for about 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, he even. So
I think
he
it was
told
Lay
himself,
that told him to stop it.
Oh, was it?
It might have been.
I thought it was himself saying like, yeah, it doesn't. Last
No, I
for
think the
me.
worst part was he had it 3 days on that middle day, rain or shine, did a shoot.
Yeah.
And now you go to any hardware store, there's a life-size standee of Gabe
With the high top
with a
fade?
high top
Oh,
fade.
my
I
God.
keep trying to
wish-
buy it off of hardware people.
Yes, please. If you can buy it, I need to see that, please.
We gotta have that
Oh
as
my
one of the
gosh.
set, like
Yeah, we
one of
just
the
need to have
pieces
it
in
just
our
right
set.
here.
Yeah, just like put it
that'd
here.
be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just have like random shit, like that picture of JR Kenyan and Bo Belga with the
Oh, extra
like
rice.
That, yeah, dude, that one. And then we gotta get the one where you're doing the thing with the salmon coffee. With the-
Oh, yeah, with the-
we gotta get that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one. That'd be dope.
Hey, Joe, we always ask this whenever we have players on the podcast. We start off with underrated first. Obviously, that's the easiest. Most underrated player in the entire league right now.
Underrated player in the entire league. Dang, man, I can't even think of some players right now.
Someone who you like see and you're like, man, if I was coaching that team, I'd give that guy more minutes.
Well, he's actually not in the league right now.
Oh.
Sean Weinstein.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's he's not in the league, but I think he deserves to be in the league. I would say him. I would actually say, I don't know if he's underrated, but Josh Urbistondo needs a lot of credit.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this just because he's my boy. I mean, just his journey in his career that he's taken. I don't think no other player has had the
He was
same-
undrafted, right?
Undrafted. I don't think there's I mean, I haven't heard of any other players that have been undrafted and then to what point where he's at right now.
Yeah.
And
And the last thing with Pacquiao, too.
Yeah, I mean he was in the fight with Pacquiao and still got back in time for the
For the
opening.
game.
Opening, that was Manila Clasico, man. He took on so much on that day. I mean, you gotta hand it to him,
Josh
man.
is a trooper.
Trooper.
Yeah,
he
is a trooper.
flew
He
in
is a
from
trooper.
Macau, and man, that was like, I got a game, and he covered up all them bruises.
Put
too.
the hair gel on,
yeah.
too.
Yeah, he does that. He does that now with the little gel and
Yeah.
he does like that in the mirror.
You got to talk to your boys about the hair choices.
What is it with the brotherhood and the hair?
I think we're just going. We're just going through like stages in our life.
Like teenagers. and stuff.
We're in our teenage years right now, so we're still.
Teenage the fuck up.
Yeah. And you know, Saul has no hair really.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's past his teenage years. Yeah. So that's kind of. I feel
Oh,
bad.
we talked about who is the most underrated for you. Who is the most overrated player in the league?
Overrated?
Yeah.
Oh man. Ooh.
He's got a list.
Oh man, overrated.
The one that you would think has so many all-star nods, and you're like, why does he have all-star nods? And there are players that are like 2-3 times better than him that have yet to even go to an all-star event.
Well, I can't say now, but maybe a couple years ago was for me. And it's really no disrespect, but it was Paul Urtati.
Okay.
Yeah, he was at one point in time he was making it to the All-Star game like I think he made it like 5 straight years. He was a starter.
That's true. That
Yeah,
was
it
those
was,
Boy
yeah.
Thunder Kid Lightning
Yeah,
days.
Yeah,
Him and
like,
James.
yeah, but I think at that time he only averaged like 1 point. And he probably averaged a lot of steals though,
Yeah.
because he was good at. To his credit, he was good at defense though. But I don't think you really make All-Star games because of your great defense. But
Hey, you never saw Bruce Bowen at no fucking all-star
yeah, that's what I'm
game.
saying. I don't know. So, but as of right now, I don't know. I can't really say.
Okay. Yeah,
Couldn't really say
granted.
anybody.
Yeah,
Do you guys have?
yeah, we have a lot. We say them all the time.
Uh-oh. I hope I'm not one of
No,
them.
no.
Of course
Oh,
not.
okay.
You're right here.
You only-
okay, thanks,
you're-
guys.
When you leave,
Yeah.
we'll bring it up.
When I leave, though, yeah, it was
Just Joe,
it was-
man.
yeah, he's really not that good.
They won a championship. He took his shirt off
Yeah.
right next to me in the locker room. He poured champagne on my head. I smelled like beer for 2 days after that, by the way. Thanks
Oh,
a lot.
man, so, hey, but it was that's a great smell, though, right?
Great
For you
smell.
guys, because it
Yeah,
smelled like
yeah,
championship
yeah.
bonus. You're like, smell like a
That was good,
bonus.
yeah.
Last question before we wrap up. And head in towards the end of the show. Is there anyone in the league? Anyone? I mean, we know that there are great players in the PBA. In and out players trying to get in. But is there anyone in the PBA right now that is a better dancer than you?
Oh, none. I can tell you that right now. Zero. Maybe Coach Johnny A. is a good
Yes.
dancer.
Yeah.
Coach Johnny A is a great dancer. He dances almost every day.
In practice?
In practice, break dance, and he gonna let you know, like, Joe, I'm a good dancer.
Are you serious?
And then he'll dance. Yeah.
Flying A?
Yeah, flying A. He's good. He's nice.
oh
But
my-
as far as players,
Yeah.
nah, nobody can see.
I was just like,
Nobody can see.
Really?
Yeah, especially if I had two good knees.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I only got one, but if I had two, it's all over with. For
We
sure.
probably couldn't have you sit down. You probably be doing the whole show like,
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
you know,
I'll
the
be
thing,
dancing right
the thing
now.
is, you
If
know,
I had two good knees,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I'll be good. Right now, I'm dancing right now.
all right, we come to the segment of the show where because Joe, me, Nikko, and Robbie here, we go out a lot. We go to malls and bars and clubs and stuff. So this is where we police what players in basketball, whether it's college or professional, we police what you guys do. And
Okay.
here is we have a segment that's called "Who Did You See?" So if we see you out doing whatever and you don't recognize us, we're gonna say it here on the show.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So every time that you out, you gotta look for us.
If you're out somewhere
remember
or
that.
with
All right.
someone that you're not supposed to be, PBA players, you hide from us.
Yeah.
UAP players, NCAA players, anybody.
You
Everybody.
gotta remember this sneaky face right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. So, Robbie, who did you see this week?
I saw Nelbert Omolonya.
Bitoy.
Uh-oh.
Bitoy.
That's a sneaky.
Where was Bitoy?
He was in Shang, and I was with his family.
Oh, okay.
Shank
All
Mall.
right.
The
Yeah.
mall. Okay.
And you know how popular I am. And,
Yeah.
and he was like he gave me he gave me a nod, like when someone in high school, in college, when someone passes by the hallway,
Yeah.
and he's like the alpha male, and
Yeah.
he gave me that kind of nod.
Because you were the alpha male.
I was the alpha male at Edsa Shang yesterday.
They gave you a nod of respect. Bitoy Molon.
All right, Nico, who did you see?
I saw Mike again. I saw Mike
Why do you
Cortez
always
again.
see Mike?
At the
Mike
same
Cortez?
spot too.
Aura.
Yeah.
When was this? When,
SM Aura.
Oh, SM Aura.
Yeah, I think that's his spot.
Really?
So
He is there. I saw him there maybe a month ago. I know.
I saw him there the day after he tweeted that he'd donate $500 for every point he made, and then
okay,
he had
yeah.
this crumpled look on his face. I think it finally made sense to him how much money he
much
might
he
lose. He's like, man. I think that's why he's injured now. He's trying to save a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, he's
he
trying to
was
say
trying
that.
to. I think he hit the quota. His wife was like,
I did not know I would score this much.
You done. You
Hey,
had
he,
a 20
he was
point.
playing great basketball too
Yeah.
before the injury. Damn.
Then I saw him. I saw him the other day there. It was right outside of one of these stores, and I was unfortunate enough to be like the fourth in an informal line of fans
Uh-huh.
because
Oh,
I
okay.
saw him from far away. I mean, it's a cool cat. You see him from
Yeah.
from
Wasn't
far away.
smiling or anything.
Right? No, of course not. It was like grumpy as hell.
Yeah.
And then someone from above goes, Mike Cortez, and then he looks over, nods. And then, like, the two girls in front of me go, oh, my God, it's Mike Cortez. And he just looks over at them, no nod.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
Mike.
no nod.
No
Oh,
nod.
He
yeah,
just
yeah.
looks.
Yeah.
It's like,
He's cold like that.
Yeah.
and then he walks on by. And then I stop in front of him, and I go, hey, Mike. And then he looks at me and goes, yo. And he walks on by.
Dang.
And I stay there. I'm blocking his way. I was like, yo, Mike. And he's looking at me. He's like, oh shit, man. Hey, what's up? And the difference between his nod for a stranger and his nod for someone he knows, almost nothing.
Yeah.
He was like, yo. When he didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
Then when he realized who I was like,
Oh,
yo,
yeah.
yeah.
and then hits me up on Twitter. It's like, hey, nice see you! Exclamation points and everything. I was like,
Yeah.
man, this guy's strange. This guy's hella strange.
A little weird.
He's too cool.
Yeah, he is cool. The cool cat.
It seems a little weird though that we always see Meralco players because I saw Reynald Ugnatan the other day, and he had a game. Like I saw him on Friday, and he had a game on Saturday, and and he was
word.
kind of he was kind of partying a little too much.
At the gimmick?
Yeah, I won't say where because he lives in the area. He could come running.
Yeah.
Shut up!
Yeah.
But yeah, he was. I heard that he was in Starbucks like that night, and I saw him at like 1:00, and I was like, "Don't wait! You gotta get 20 and 10 tomorrow, man. What are you doing? You, instead of cleaning the glass of the glass, clean the glass and get some boards."
He was like, I got Danny I now. I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
relax.
Danny, I played a good game too.
Yeah,
first
Danny, I
game.
played a good game.
Yeah, I'm happy for him.
Did you see anybody? Did you see anybody acting a fool this week?
This week or was that last week? No, I didn't see anybody.
Yeah, see,
That's a code. That's a code.
I didn't see anybody.
He's not breaking the code.
This is why we're not in the PBA because you know.
Yeah, it's okay
this
with
that's
that.
the only reason why
Yeah.
they asked us.
From this point forward, every player who sees us out is gonna give us a Mike Cortez.
No, you know.
He's just gonna give us a hey.
No,
and then walk away.
That's what I'm saying. You need to acknowledge us because if you acknowledge us, these were the nicer stories that we saw. You know? You know, we could have said worse. We could have definitely said worse.
Yeah,
All right.
for sure.
Oh yeah, like that time I saw.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
that
that
one
one.
was really good.
Wow.
Barakael?
No.
Oh,
No. All right, let's. We're about to wrap up the show. Let's grant our fantasy stat of the week. Honorable mentions going out to Japet Aguilar, 26, 7, 3, and 6 on 69%.
6 blocks?
Yeah.
One was a goaltend, but all right.
Honorable mention also to James Yap.
Big game, James.
12 and 10, and Mark Baroka with 16, 7, and 6 with 3 steals. Also, Asi Taulava, 15 and 26. Sonny Toss, also 30, 12, and 2 blocks.
How much?
30 points, 12 rebounds, 2 blocks.
Damn.
And to Jay Wash as well. I wanted to give it to him, 26, 11, 3, 3, and 2. But we got to give it to Gary David this week. 50% from the field on 26 shots, 4 threes, 34 points, 6 boards, 2 steals, 1 block, 4 turnovers in 44 minutes. That was our fantasy line of the week.
26 shots?
When was the last time you got 26 shots off?
I think probably this whole conference, if you add them all up.
Probably about like 21.
Yeah.
You're still short.
I'm still short. I like to drop dimes, though. Like,
Yeah.
so-
Yeah. Plus, anyone tries to throw up 26, Coach Tim would have you for dinner.
Yeah. But how many James get close?
James had like 24, I think.
Yeah.
James took 24 shots or something like that.
But that's
No,
okay,
James took 19.
19, all that shit.
He was 5 of 19.
I'm gonna shut up. I'm just gonna shut up right now.
What? That's not good?
No, that's not good.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's all right with you, right?
Wait, what did Joe have?
No, we won.
Joe had 2 of 6.
2 of 6. Yeah,
2 of
it's
6,
not really
7
nothing.
points, 4 boards, 2 assists. I thought you were dropping dimes, bro. That's only 2 assists.
Yeah, no.
No, they kept missing the shots, Joe.
Yeah, you
Oh,
had
they
it.
were
You
in a good
had
spot.
it. You had
They were
it.
missing the
Yeah.
shot.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Man, the shot-
No, but still, I still take the blame for it. So it's
49%, 40% from the field.
I think Joe had like 10 hockey assists,
That's I get that.
right?
I get that a lot. A lot of hockey. You know the hockey assist.
Yeah, pass to an
I drop
assist.
dime to the dimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do.
double
Dime to
dimes.
the dimes. Yeah, drop dime to the dimes.
All right, so if you guys want to follow us on Twitter as the show comes to a close, Robbie, you can follow him at the real Robbie Raya.
That's right there.
You can follow at Nikko RMS, at Aaron Atide, of course, and at JoeDV_38.
There we go. That's me.
Why 38?
My number is 3. Right now, I'm not shooting good at the threes, but I mean that was my thing. Like I'm number 3 because I shoot them. But so that's what that was.
Okay.
And then my wife's number is 8, so her lucky number is 8. So I just combined it.
You know what your career percentage is from 3?
Oh,
'Cause I
here
do.
we go.
You do?
Yeah. I just looked
Oh,
it up.
go.
I have no.
Can't be
idea.
any worse than Chris Ross. Don't worry, Joe.
Yeah, that is true though. That is true. Oh no, I don't even.
Mid 30s. Mid 30s. Very good.
It could be better though.
It could be.
But you make them when they count.
When they count, yeah.
When they count.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
sure.
Well, so what was it? What was he shooting? What's he shooting?
34.
Not bad.
That's career.
By
That's
PBA
career.
standard, not
Yeah,
bad.
that's career.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
no, I don't really think that's good.
In the
That's me,
PBA, 40% from Kaidik country is really, really good.
Yeah.
Hey, but I mean that's Joe. Joe should be shooting around 38.
Yeah. I mean, I should be. Once I get 100%, I'll be back to regular.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
For
Well,
sure.
Joe, could you tell James Yap that Robbie said hi?
Yeah.
All right,
Please
I'll-
do.
I'll-
Please
You
do.
gotta
Did you get him a
have.
fan sign or
You
something?
gotta have something. Like you gotta send me a picture of like hi Robbie from James.
All right. I'll just-
You gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta do that.
Nah, you know what? James is nice though. He'll do it. He don't care.
No,
James don't care. That's
the,
James.
The ultimate goal for 2014 is we gotta have James on the show.
All right. He'll do it for sure.
Oh, that's gonna be good. I'm gonna invite every Yapster too. Yeah.
It'll be
Nah,
open.
then there's gonna be a fight. There might be a fight then.
Why do you think he never watches the games live,
Yeah.
man? All right, that wraps up the show. Coming up next, Dojo Drifter on. If you're watching us live, if you're watching the replay, coming up next, BNO Podcast. We'll see you guys again next week for more Slam Radio PH. You guys have a great week. Peace.
Peace out.